Yeah. So you're meeting at the mansion that Mystique has said that she has asked the owner if she can use, or some such cover story, because it's not assumed that you guys know each other in your day-to-day life.
Out of our,
Okay. So you might be meeting, I don't know, is your mansion flash enough to have like a little rotunda or something out the back where they could meet?
Yes, it's got a guest house.
A guest house, cool. So you're meeting in the guest house at the moment, down here, at the mansion on Moonlight Ave, to try to formulate a plan. Unfortunately, you don't have little communication devices or anything yet, so it may mean that you all need to put in you might all own like one of the mobile phones that has 2 SIMs, and you can like have an anonymous SIM in there or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, you need to. These are some of the things you need to get resolved somehow. And the cool thing is when you get to second level, you can start buying bases and all those sort of things.
So I know that you've given me. I know that I've got a 10-foot range as such with my telepathy.
Yep.
Could just could with just the group outside of combat, could I be like a communicating device? So like I can relay information to each other only outside of combat?
That's entirely up to you, but it's going to cut across your ability to use your telekinesis because that's going to be combat, to try to influence people.
No, but I mean, so outside of combat.
He says when we're not in combat, like when we're role-playing outside of combat, wants to know if his communications can be a lot more
stronger.
Well, they're stronger. You're going to be able to make those link with people. It's just your distance is going to be really poor.
Okay.
That's all. So you can maintain that inside or outside of contact if they're willing to connect. You connect. Okay, that's it. You can have that power going because there's no such thing as PowerPoints or anything. You just keep it going as long as you need it. But if people move outside the range, issue comes up. You've got to spend the action to reconnect with them or something. So as you're moving towards a combat, if everyone stays in formation within 10 feet of you, it could be easily assumed that before you get to combat, you've activated it and you've connected with everybody.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think the answer is no.
I'm not quite sure what you're trying to... Are you saying you want to put a limitation on it to increase the range?
No. What I was saying was, outside of... So you know how we all have, like, stay in different apartments?
Yes.
Instead of having communicator devices as such, I act as, like, a cell phone tower outside of combat only, and say Mystique said to me, can you let Reaper know to meet here at this time, and she might be, say, a kilometer away from me, and I say, hey Reaper, Mystique would like.
Right, so you're wanting to put limitations on your power. What I'd do is I'd actually look at what's the future. If you put that limitation on it, when you go up a level, you're still going to have that limitation. What have you got to choose? Yeah. Because as you go up levels, your range...
As a GM is, no, you can't adjust your range
you can,
out of combat.
You can, but you've got to take a limitation and that sticks with you. Or you can wait till you get to the level and your powers will increase. Your choice. I don't mind which way you want to do it. You just have to look at the limitations and choose which one you want. That's all. Because then you could boost it up to the next level. But, yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yep. Okay, so...
I say leave it be. You don't need to mess with your powers for this purpose.
Not just yet. Get to be familiar with them first, and then, as you go up levels, you actually start getting a lot of ability to, from what I've seen, to actually sort of, move your characters in certain directions. Okay, so, you're at this meeting, over the radio, oh my god. It's Mayhem. And Mayhem has been spotted entering South City Mall, all the way over here to the left. So that is, and I still haven't put the bloody range on that, sorry. That's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away.
Did anybody face this chaos before? What's the name again?
Mayhem.
Okay. Mayhem. Sorry.
None of these guys have. Yeah. Oh, sorry. You're asking them. Sorry. Yeah.
Have any of you ever faced this mayhem before?
Who?
that answers that one.
Sentinels before.
No.
Any intel? I look over towards G girl.
Lady G. We know her as G girl.
Lady G.
Yeah. She's grown up in this one.
Lady G.
Yep.
Hey, the name is G, or Lady G. Okay.
Rightio, Lady G.
No intel, huh, Lady G?
It's Lady J.
Lady J. Okay.
Lady J is copyrighted. G is in gravity.
Lady G and Green J. Yeah.
Green.
Okay.
So who's Lady G?
Archie's character.
That's my character.
Okay.
And
hey, I'm getting myself confused, y'all.
okay. Question to you, Lady J. G. J. G.
You GJs. Girls.
Do you have any? You have any intel?
I don't know offhand. Let me go ahead and call on Makepeace.
Makepeace is online.
You've done this well, haven't you, Archie?
I was preparing this thing for days.
That's all cool. Okay. So, yep. So you're.
Basically, I'm looking to see if I can make an in check to go ahead and see if I can do it.
Yep. Where you going?
I don't remember how to handle the boost power. Which is what I'm using for the intelligence game.
So the boost power. Sorry, I'll get to it. Boost. Once per turn, you can increase an attribute of yourself or one other living creature by your power modifier up to your power rating +1. When you take this trait, roll 1d6 for each. Well, you don't roll 1d6.
Well, I'm assuming it's intelligence because of the way I was trying to do it. If you want to go ahead and make the change, then I'll do it. But
if you take the self-only or touch limitation, take a +1 to the bonus you confer. There you go. You just take that limitation. It's to you. You get a bonus of +1 level.
I did that.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
So it's power rating +1. My power bonus is a 4. +1 is 5. So
5.
I add 5.
Boomf. Yep.
To the intelligence.
Yep.
So my 14 becomes 19.
Yep. And so the 19 gives you a bonus all up of. Just trying to. Sorry. 6. Okay.
It's +6.
Yep.
+6.
+6. So make a. This is going to be an intelligence check. 19 actually, because that's the thing you use. 19 plus a d20 roll, and give me your number. 25. Okay, so what you get is on 3 occasions he has been listed as fighting the Sentinels. On the first occasion he had kidnapped some children. No one knew what was going on. The Sentinels said that they had found other ways other than fighting it out with him. They didn't actually say what, and they seemed to resolve the issue without any harm befalling the children. The second one, he did a bank heist. Unfortunately, this time one of the guards was critically injured and is still in hospital in coma. The group apparently reported back that they had tried a similar sort of strategy. This time it didn't seem to work as well. It took some more effort. Again, not telling you too much of the specifics, but dropping a hint about talking rather than acting. And in the last one, he had set up a sort of extortion, and this is a really weird one, an extortion on all the ice cream trucks. So basically they had to go around giving out all of their wares, otherwise he would blow them up because he had put bombs in them all. And the Sentinel said that the obviously trying to cover the entire city and take out every single ice cream truck at the same time was impossible. So the only thing they had was to go into a protracted discussion with him. And again, they had narrowly managed to, because as they were doing this, he was also fighting them, narrowly managed to overcome him. That's the very specifics you've got on him. So the other things, Mayhem, the other thing that Mayhem has that's odd is that he has been reported to be able to be in 2 places, actually 3 places at least at the same time. Not sure how, but apparently he has this really weird ability. He also has an ability to change the shape of his body and attack with it. So yeah, and of course it's widely known that he is in some sort of deranged state. The reports that you also get back, Lady G, is that when he's broken out of prison 3 times, obviously, and of course the 4th time now, and that he, what was I going to say? Sorry. When he's in prison, he's not in a cell or a high security cell. He seems to have gone to the high security mental ward, where the most insanest, and that's where they have some of the most intense security, both normal and super. And somehow he's been able to manage to get past that 4 times. And I'm not quite sure how he's doing it. There's 3 times, and this one, which is the 4th time. Yeah?
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, so he is a conundrum, wrapped up in a puzzle, wrapped up in a mystery. But he's a very violent and dangerous one. But that's the intel you've got, that's the intel you can share. So the other thing that's obvious is time is of the essence with this guy. If you leave him long enough, he'll create real mayhem and destruction. The encounters with the first 2 encounters that he had, it was all over in like 15-20 minutes with the Sentinels. The only reason the other one was a bit more protracted was because they had to enter into some sort of discussion with him, and they're not sure, there's no details on what they did or said.
Lovely.
Yeah, so they were able to engage in some sort of negotiation with him, and for some reason he gave himself up at the end of it all. So the guy is an absolute Fruit Loop, and that's who you're going to meet soon. Isn't that exciting?
Yay!
Yeah. So basically, unless you have to grab something, we're going to say that we'll stop very shortly. We are going to have to say that the game will actually, well, you'll enter it entering the mall. So the mall, the South City Mall is a large mall. It has over 250 shops in it. So basically you're going to enter the west, through the west wing, because that's the closest obviously. There are like, the reason I've got that flower is because like in the gaps and going out is where all the car parks are, and then you have these 5 sort of treed avenues, pathways that you can walk down into the mall. And yeah, so it's quite a beautiful place. It is based on a flower theme. On the top of it there's this beautiful huge sculpture of some sort of 5-petaled flower sort of thing. Yeah, it's very artistic, very it's a powerful architectural statement. It's multi-leveled. It has its own sorry, give you a better description of it. Where are we? You're not helping. Okay. Okay, come on. Where are you? Okay, South City. So South City Mall. Sorry, the most popular mall in the city. This has over 1 million square feet of retail space, with over 200 retail outlets, 50 restaurants, a complete water park in the middle of the mall. So it's big, it's huge. And he's somewhere in there. The only other thing you'll tell is that he actually made entrance through the northernmost entryway. So if you want to, you can go that way, or you can decide on a different access point. So we'll stop it here, but first of all, out of the 5 spokes, so to speak, of the petal, which way do you guys want to sort of enter?
I think if we're going to try to track his scent, so to speak,
Yep.
we should go in the same entrance that he went in.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can talk about this as you're going there, running, walking, flying, whatever you're doing, leaping, I don't know. Of course, you're going to go in and out of range, Reaper, if you jump that fast and not take anybody with you.
I suppose I could carry everyone if they want to come.
Actually,
Yeah.
I have a thought that using my TK, I mean my gravity my gravity control power, I could go ahead and just carry everybody along while we're traveling.
You could, but then Reaper also has super strength. He can bring everybody along on him if you don't mind jumping up and down, because he leaps. He doesn't fly.
So I could fly, if I'm allowed to, with telekinesis.
Thing yourself.
You're gonna TK yourself and try to do a slow movement.
If I'm allowed to, just for impact.
Or maybe he could throw himself with his TK every round.
I'll let Lady G, me via her TK.
With the TK, okay. So she has the strength to carry everybody, but it's 5 feet per. What strength do you have, Dean?
Me?
Yeah, Dean. Sorry, just for his TK.
My actual strength is 7, but my telekinesis is based off my power, which is 16 plus 5.
16. Okay, so 16 times 5 is 50, is 80. So you travel at 80 feet around.
Okay, that's cool.
Moving everyone, so it's slightly faster than everyone walking. And the cool thing is you can get up in the air with everyone, and it's smoother. As long as everyone doesn't mind being picked up by you and moved along, that's what you can do. The other option is Reaper can pick up everybody, and you're going to be like a kangaroo doing hops of, I think, 140 feet till you get to where you need to be, because he's got the physical strength to carry everybody.
I'm literally living my dream fantasy. This is great.
Okay, so which way do you guys feel like you want to do?
Just remember to keep your hands away from my bit.
Okay, that's something we didn't really need to share, but okay.
We could.
Was everyone that's riding Reaper?
No. I think.
I think it's more like I don't like playing a game of grab ass.
I think if I know it's only 80 feet around, but it could be a little more stealthy than jumping. Like if you imagine Hulk jumping everywhere, that's what I imagine it would sound like.
It's pretty much how I imagine it.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me.
So you're going to take. You're going to get there by TK, which is fine. So are you going to head in through the northern or one of the other petals, guys?
Well, he said he went through the north one, right?
Yep.
We could start from there.
Okay.
Went in through the north.
Yep.
Is it open, Steve, or is it reasonably closed?
No. This is Saturday afternoon. It's one of his busiest periods.
No. I'm meaning, is it open for my sonar, or is it reasonably closed in?
Oh, well, out here, of course, it's extremely open. When you get into the building, you won't know until you get into the building.
Because as we're going along, since my my sonar has a what's it?
100 foot.
100 foot telekinesis and 100 foot speed, so I'll actually send it out ahead of us to scout rounds as we're coming up to it, trying to find mayhem.
Yep. So you're not telekinesis; it's telepathy.
Oh, telepathy.
Yeah.
Telepathy.
And it's only 100 feet away from you.
Yep.
Yeah. But you can it can go into the building before you guys enter the building. Okay. So that's how we'll do it. You're coming in from. So this is what you see. The scene. Mayhem, you can already see the marks. Some cars have been turned over. There are people who are bloodied and battered. There are some ambulances to the north on the street. There are a line of police cars starting to try to form a formation around the north sort of entrance. You can already see, because I'm assuming you're sort of elevated with the TK, you can already see other policemen trying to either usher people out, telling them to get out of their cars and just go, run, or are trying to set up their police cars as a barrier in the other exit areas. Okay, some people are walking, some people are running, some people don't know what the hell's going on. It's a bit of bloody chaos. The only place that has any sort of peace to it, as in not activity, is that north area, because that's mostly been cleared out. There's debris, there's some unconscious people that people are trying to get to, possibly even hurt, you're not sure. But some people are definitely bleeding, some people are calling out in pain, some people are unconscious. There are medics on the ground, so you might want to lead them to that job and focus on dealing with the main event, so to speak. Going to ask you please to give me a feat roll. So your doohickey has a feat of 6, and this is a feat sense roll, because you don't have any advanced senses on it. So 6 plus a d20 please. You're aiming for a crap. Okay.
Higher than that.
Yeah. So it goes in and you're getting nothing. So it's obviously flown into some sort of little cavity in the ceiling or something, and it sort of blocked itself from receiving any information.
Fucking drone.
So that's okay. Just use telepathy to say lower yourself. Yeah.
Try moving out of the cavity and scanning again.
Right, I'll let you do one more roll. Oh, so close. Okay, a bit more clearer, but not that much. What you can see is a very wide, you can't get any great detail, a very wide concourse, chairs and potted plants in the middle with some advertisory signs. There's the odd chair and potted plant against sort of areas where there's no window displays. Window displays on the left, on the right, it just seems to go down for a long time. You can see people hiding behind or under the chairs. You can see some of the pots and flowers and chairs turned upside down. Some of the windows are broken. No one here seems to be hurt. They're more cowering in fear. Further on, you get a sense there's some big furious movement right at the edge, but you can't really tell what it is. So it could be this mayhem guy is only 100 feet into the building. But that's where we're going to have to leave it, guys, before you get into it. So I'll just turn the recording off.